Hey guys, what's going on? Super Cool Isaac here. I'm bringing you guys something kind of different today. We're going to do a class setup video. I want to kind of go over some of the best guns in the game. I'm going to go through probably 3 or 4 of my go-to classes with those guns, and then I wanted to go through 2 classes that I have gotten KEM strikes with so far. And if you guys want to try to emulate those classes or switch them up a little bit and see if you can have some success with them, then that would be fantastic. So we're going to hop in here. Assault rifles, the MSBS is currently the best assault rifle. Pretty much hands down. 3-round burst, can kill in 2 bullets potentially up to pretty far range. 1 burst is really good, just has kind of a slow fire rate, but as long as you get your shots on target, it will almost always 1 burst up to a pretty good range. Remington and the AK are pretty much tied for second place. They're very similar guns. The Remington has a little longer 3-shot kill range. The AK is a 4-shot max, whereas the Remington does drop off to 5-shot at super long range. So the AK is actually better long range, and the Remington's probably a little better, like intermediate, I guess. Then the SC2010 is probably 3rd place. Honey Badger, ARX, and SA805, and the FAD are lower tier assault rifles. The SC2010 has more ammo, the reload's pretty fast, very low recoil, all around just pretty solid gun. SMGs, the best one is almost hands down the MTAR X. Very good range, not too much recoil, medium fire rate, controllable recoil and whatnot. The Vepr and the Vector are probably tied for second, and then the other 3 are kind of lower tier SMGs. LMGs, I don't actually know too much about them, to be honest. What I've heard is that the LSAT is the best one. The chainsaw is fun, but it's really not that good as far as being practical. I think the Amelie has some 2-shot kill range too, which is kind of good. Marksman rifles, as far as I know, the MK14 is the best one. The MR28 is pretty weak. The SVU shoots kind of slow, and the IA2, I think it just has a small magazine or something like that. But the MK14 is definitely the best one, and the other 3 are usable, but they're not great. Sniper rifles, the Lynx is very similar to the Barrett 50 cal in previous Infinity Ward games, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. Semi-automatic, decent amount of bullets. It'll one-shot almost to any part of the body if you got chrome lined on it or whatever. The L115, very good as well. It's bolt action though, and with chrome lined on it, it's almost the same as the Lynx. USR is more for quick scoping. It's kind of like the Ballista where it zooms in faster. And the VKS I don't know much about. I know it has a silencer built in, and I don't think it's quite as good. Shotguns, none of these are really very good. The FP6 and the Bulldog are probably the 2 best ones. This thing kind of sucks. It's like an Olympia, essentially. And then the TAC-12 I don't think was very good, despite what the bars say. Just off of memory, but I think the Bulldog is probably the one you're going to have the most success with, just because it is semi-automatic, the range isn't too bad with steady aim, the hip fire actually isn't too bad either, and then the FP6, pump action, all that good stuff. So let's hop into a few classes. I'm probably going to make 3 or 4 classes here and kind of go through what goes through my head when I'm trying to make classes. So I'm not a huge fan of the MSBS, even though it is the best gun probably. I like the AK-12 a lot. Don't like the iron, so I put on the red dot. And then from there, it's either between the grip, because it does have a little bit of recoil. Muzzle brake is good for extending the 3-hit kill range a little bit. Or you can go with extended mags to bump it up to, I think, 45 bullets in a clip, or armor piercing, which I do use sometimes. But usually grip is my go-to. I don't usually use a secondary or lethal or tactical to make room for more perks. And we're going to make this a specialist. No, we'll make this an assault loadout, just because I run assault with the AK more often than not. Stalker, always use Stalker on assault rifles for me. It's mandatory for me. I can't bother I can't bother having to like strafe really slow with ARs if I don't have to. I use off the grid as well. I know some people will say it's not necessary if you're going to use unsilenced weapon, Zach, but I use it all the time. Everybody spams SATCOMs, especially in Domination, which is the mode I like to play a lot. People 2 kills for a hardline SATCOM, and they're down everywhere. Amplify is an option. I don't always like to sound whore, but if you do like to do it at all, definitely use Amplify. Other people are going to use it. I don't blame you for using it one bit. Focus, another one that's pretty much mandatory for me. So Focus and Stalker are pretty much the only two mandatory perks for me. And then from there, I like to go with Ping or Hardline, depending on Assault or Specialist. So for Assault, I'd usually use Hardline right here. And then with the 1 point left over, you can go Ready Up, which is kind of like the Dexterity, half of Dexterity effect, where you can your weapon can fire faster after sprinting. And then from there, usually Assault, I go Satcom, and then either Trinity Rocket, and then Battle Hind, or you can go like 357 or 7915 or something like that, or you can put on the Griffin, or you can kind of mix and match from there on out. I'm not going to go too much into streaks, but that's generally what I would do. For the second one, we'll go with the SMG. We'll just make it two. I'm going to do 2 classes here, and then my two specialist ones for Chem Strikes. The MTAR is my go-to gun, 100%. I like Red Dot, and then Rapid Fire, actually. It boosts the fire rate a ton. The MTAR still has ridiculous range. The recoil isn't too bad, assuming you can handle it. If you can't handle it, I would recommend going either grip or extended mags or something like that. But I like using Rapid Fire a lot. It makes me, I don't know, it seems to benefit my playstyle a lot. So from there, I go, I usually don't actually use Quick Draw. I usually go off the grid, and then Steady Aim, and then Amplify, Focus, and then Ping, and we'll make this a Specialist class just so you guys can kind of see what I would go through here. I'll run through this real quick. Marathon, I can save Marathon until a little bit later. ICU is good, generates health a little bit faster after taking damage, so you can get back into the action quicker. Depends on Scavenger. It's either Scavenger or Sleight of Hand here for me, and it depends on how long you think you can make your ammo go. So for me, usually with Rapid Fire, I burn through ammo real quick. Yes, Rip, I see you there. And then it'll be Sleight of Hand, and then once I hit Deadeye, or once I hit not Deadeye, once I hit Specialist bonus at 11 kills or whatever, I like to go with Quick Draw, and then Marathon, and then Ready Up, and then I already have Steady Aim on, so that's not necessary. I guess either Dead Silence probably, or you can go with one of the Tac Resistor Blast Shield, depending on what mode you're in. For kill-based modes, I wouldn't really recommend either of these. You could probably go with Dead Silence or Agility, or even Sit Rep if you're worried about IEDs and stuff like that. So that's my 2 classes that I kind of wanted to show. 1 Assault, 1 Specialist, and then I'm going to run through the 2 classes that I have gotten Chem Strikes with so far. Just in case you guys are kind of curious and want to try and emulate these. The FAD, I think I was going Red Dot and Silencer. Very weak gun, high fire rate, a lot of ammo. Let's see, what kind of perks did I have on? I go with Stalker, Off the Grid, Amplify, Focus, and then 1 point left up, it was probably Ready Up. And then we'll switch to Specialist. And, oh, just kidding. Nope, that's not it. Take off these, and I put on Deadeye. That's it. Deadeye, in my opinion, is only really useful if you're using low damage, high rate of fire weapons, because you're going to need a lot of bullets to kill anyways. And if you can take, 2 or 3 shots maybe off of your kill time, and you still got that really high rate of fire, then you're going to be absolutely melting people. I'm not going to go into how the perk works exactly. It's kind of a long explanation. Let's see, let's go here. We'll go Ping, and then Scavenger, and then for Specialist bonus. I can link Drifter's video, though, if anybody's curious and you want to see. And then we go Off the Grid, and then something like ICU, Dead Silence, or we can go Steady Aim, or Sleight of Hand. Sleight of Hand's probably the better idea. And then 1 point left, you can go Gambler, or I like to go Resilience, because I like to jump off stuff a lot. So this is one of my classes here. This is the one that I got my Chem Strike with first, actually. Had a lot of success with this one. And then I'm not actually going to go through the third one, or through the one after this, but it's essentially the same exact thing, except I used the K7 SMG, which is the one with the built-in silencer, so you don't have to use a point. So I went, I think, Red Dot Extended Mags, and then it has the built-in silencer, so you don't have to worry about that. And then I think all the rest of this stuff is the same, except I would switch this with Quick Draw, and then there you go. That's pretty much it right there. If you want to, tweak things a little bit to kind of fit your needs, what you like doing more, if you're more of a flanker, put on a silencer on your guns, run Marathon, all the speed perks, stuff like that, then that's up to you. But I figured I would show you guys what I like to do. If you got anything you want to see in videos coming up here, please let me know, and I'll do my best to bring that to you guys. If not, I'm going to continue pumping out videos here, hopefully, and I hope you guys enjoy them. So I'll talk to you guys a little later. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.